Good morning, all. Happy cup of coffee day. Yes, this is not only a great day for coffee. I've actually had my cup of coffee today, but it is the finale to our season. Let me make my quick coffee reference. Starbucks, big layoffs going on in corporate. 30% of their menu is being reduced. Don't worry, to myself maybe, if nothing else, the cold foam is still there at Starbucks. So when I do get there, which is usually a couple times a month, that's on my list, cold foam. Okay, season finale. It's here, it's happened. We've got to take a break. All good things come to an end. Bill will be off to Burma on vacation. He will be inoculating babies. Yes, and he needs that time off there. Good Christmas movie reference for all you Christmas movie lovers. But thanks to Bill, thanks to my son and daughter for their ideas along the way during the season. We're gonna do some highlights of the season that we all kind of had a hand in picking them out. So let's roll with the highlights. Let's go. It came across my desk the other day that Taylor Swift, I know, why do I bring up Taylor Swift? She has 263 million followers. Not sure if you guys knew that. Bill, you might have known that. So if I just had a thought that if she and I combined Twitter followers, X follower, whatever, we would have 263,000,007 followers. Huge. Huge. I never thought it was be that big. Let's talk about coffee. The name of my show. You're probably wondering, some of you still. Coffee, my number one beverage. I've got a long history with coffee. It started way back when I started initially with hot coffee, cream and sugar. Then I went hot or cold coffee. Iced coffee was great. Cream and sugar still. Then I said, sugar's not that great. Let me try to get away from it. Cream, no sugar. Then I started adding flavors. Let me get the flavors going. Started with Bailey's. Bailey's Creamer. Fantastic. That was like a whole new world. Coffee, Bailey's Creamer, no sugar, life was good. Team all of a sudden is up 21-0 early in the game. Game flow takes over. It's basically players that kind of did poorly. They call it pooped in their big boy pants. I've been waiting on NFL football. How about that Seattle taking down Atlanta? Who called that one? Oh wait, I called it. And so to this point, if I finish last, or anyone that finished last for the week in the league has to chug a beer on camera. Well, I was close previous a couple weeks ago. Just this past week, I missed chugging by 0.14 points. I mean, that's like a quarterback throwing for 3 yards maybe. That might be about 0.14. Mike, sorry, I just beat you out. I avoided the chug. My team is in free fall. I probably will be chugging soon on camera. Stay tuned. I'm sure you're all going to love to see that. I'm going to tell you about what makes a good coffee shop. people have been asking me, what makes a good coffee shop? Here you go. First of all, makes sense, gotta have good coffee. The atmosphere has to be good, inside and out. There's gotta be outside seating, and there needs to be a view of taking in the street, the activities. People watching is big. Doesn't matter who you're watching, old, young, you wanna see how they're dressed, what they look like. A lot of fun to watch. You don't want employees coming around saying, "Do you need anything else? Do you need your check? Get the heck out of here." I want to just be able to sit and drink my coffee and stay as long as I want. That is great. And how about walkability? I want to be able to walk to a coffee shop from where I live, maybe the hotel I'm staying at, friends I'm staying at. Walking is key. So those are key ingredients to coffee. What's up, guys? What's up is what's up with what's up. Where did that statement ever come from? Why do people greet people with what's up? They don't really want to know what's up. Just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Say how you doing. You can say good, very short, and then you can converse. A word from our sponsor. Since Vikings, my two teams, the Super Bowl updates, many people have told me, "Doug, your Vikings have Sam Darnold. They're never going to make it." Well, they put up 42 points on the board last week. The Vikings have a lot of talent. They gave up 21. That was a little sketchy, but they closed the door when they needed it. Ravens, Lamar needs to be better, particularly in the fourth quarter. He needs to make better decisions. Great talent. Again, the team is loaded. I still stand by that. Fantasy-wise, Jerry Jeudy list. I want to try to be brief on that, but I'm going to give you kind of 3 players that are still on the Jerry Jeudy list, and maybe going forward into next year. Think about that. Here's a tip as to who not to draft. 3 players. First of all, the criteria, again, reminder briefly, with Jerry Jeudy list, must be drafted by round 10 or fewer, and really even lower rounds than that. But talked up by fantasy experts saying, "Oh, watch out for this player. He's on the uptick, and this is why he wasn't good, but he's going to be good this year." Yeah, that nonsense. Those yahoos that are saying that, and then the players that most likely they'll give you 2 or 3 good weeks over the course of a whole season to keep your interest, so you don't drop the player when you should be giving him the heave-ho, or you shouldn't even be drafting him, is to my point. So here's the 3 players. Isaiah Likely, perfect, great week 1. Doug, what do you mean he's on the list? Yeah, he's been awful. And whoever drafted him probably kept him on their team the entire year and got nothing. A worthless tight end spot. Kyle Pitts, every year, this is the year. This is why he's going to... No, not good. Devontae Smith, this might be a surprise for people. This guy, in one of the leagues, he was drafted in round 4 for you fantasy guys. Round 4. This guy has played 4 years. Every year, he's averaged about 1,000 yards. You say, hey, not bad. Divide it out with 16, 17 game seasons. This guy's averaging like 60 yards a game. How about 4 catches, 60 yards, and like a third of a TD? Okay, around New Year's Eve parties. Is it appropriate to leave the party without saying goodbye to the host? Okay, you've gotten there, you get to the party, you say hello to them, thanks for inviting us, you start getting into the party, you have a good time, you're getting to the end. Do you have to say goodbye? I'm leaning towards yes, but here's my concern. You say goodbye to the host, and then they say, oh, no. You can't leave. You have to stay and have another drink. You have to stay and sing karaoke. You have to stay, do something. I'm a little concerned of that. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I hate to stay through it. If you left that to the first quarter, you thought it was going to be a blowout. Went to overtime. Great game. By the way, Scattaboo, the name Scattaboo, the announcers said Scattaboo 200 more times than any other player in that game alone. Football. Okay, we're at the end of fantasy football. I got a final wrap up on that. Let me just list the 4 champions in the 4 leagues that I was part of. First name, I friended her on Facebook. Or at least that's the best name I can give you. Kingpin, Baby Daddies, Goat Yoga. Deontay Johnson will be first on my Jerry Jeudy list next year. Without a doubt, first. And you Yahoo fantasy guys, there will be people out there that will draft him. Not early, but they'll draft him like in the 10th round, 11th round, and you'll think, oh, what do I got to lose? I might as well draft him. What you're losing is a roster spot, because you're going to, who am I going with? I'm taking the Eagles. I don't know if you kind of read into it. I'm taking the Eagles. I am going with, you forget, you can't guess on who's going to have the least turnovers. Mahomes, the clutch thing, it's there. It's a factor, but is that how you're going to really bet on a team? Bet on the team that's the best team. Who's the best team? The Eagles are the best team. Okay, why do I use the term let's go? Where'd that come from? Well, it came from initially, my son works for a major sports network. Their talk show had kind of a funny take on it, where'd this wacky term let's go come from? And players will say, yeah, let's go. And they often say it after they do something good, and then they're yelling at their teammates, let's go. Like, I did something good. I made a 3-pointer. Now you do something good already. So that's one take. The other, I played golf with a guy. I asked that question. He said, well, Doug, he says, back in 1969, the term let's go Mets was started and all kinds of paraphernalia sold for the Miracle Mets season. And so, who knows? Maybe that started it. But it's just kind of a humorous let's go. And what does it all mean? Who knows? I tagged it and threw it in on my show. Well, I hope you enjoyed the highlights. I hope you enjoyed the season. Just a reminder what the show is all about, if I haven't told you enough. Fun, humor. If you got a little bit of that out of watching me over the course of the season, then good for you, good for me. That's what I have doing the show. So enjoy the off season, and we will see you next season. Let's go.